Hello, everyone. We're happy to be here today, and thank you to Pam Zellner and the Rhode Island Commission on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing for inviting us to join in this project to explain about our program. We're really thrilled to be here. I hope that you are all doing well and staying safe. I'd like to introduce myself briefly. My name is Bonnie Kaplan. I'm deaf, and I'm from Massachusetts. I grew up in Massachusetts, and I have been advocating for probably over 30 years. Started in Massachusetts, and now I'm here in Rhode Island. Before I got this job, I worked very briefly for the Massachusetts Commission on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, which is a very similar program to the program here in Rhode Island. However, when a Rhode Island job came open for this project, I thought, why not? And so I sent in my application and they offered me the position and I accepted. So I left Massachusetts and I've been here ever since. I really enjoy it here. I see the need here in Rhode Island, and I'm really proud to say that I'm part of this program. And it's really modeled nationwide. There are many deaf programs who focus on specific domestic violence or sexual abuse or rape. We focus on everything. Just basically crimes against the deaf community. Doesn't matter what crime. If you are a victim of a crime, we are here for you. So we want to explain a little bit about our program. And I will turn over now to Aimee, who will introduce herself. Hi, I'm Aimee Slezak. And I grew up here in Rhode Island. I also am a student of criminal justice right now at Bay State College in Boston. And I've been working in human services for about 15 years with a variety of different needs. So I'd like to explain a little bit about how this program got started. Tri-County Community Action, TCCAA, has a VOCA program. VOCA means Victim of Crime Action. It's a federally funded program. And that program had been based for people with disabilities for the last few years. It's a small budget. But our boss, Bill Morstein, he decided that he needed to do a needs analysis to see what Rhode Island was missing. He did that analysis and he found out that the deaf and hard of hearing and deaf-blind populations needed services. There was really nothing available for them. People who are victims of crime needed that support. So he wrote a grant, which he submitted and it was approved. And then he contacted the Rhode Island Commission on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing and asked them to support him in hiring people who are deaf and who could do some outreach. And so we were involved in the initiation of this program. Really a wonderful collaboration between this organization and the Commission on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing here in Rhode Island. This program was set up in 2019. It just started in January of 2019, and it's been taking off since then. The numbers have increased, and the needs are so obviously there. The services that we provide really are a variety. from referrals to counseling, domestic violence. We get involved in the court system, and we can help provide knowledge and emotional support, assist people with filling out documentation, finding a lawyer, reporting to the police department. So if you have any concerns about writing and your English isn't clear, we are here to help you translate that into written English. And we're very, very supportive in making sure that your communication access is easy. We often provide communication access with police department. If they'll call for an interpreter, and they'll call us, as we can support you all the way. And if you need to go into court for a restraining order, you can ask for a deaf interpreter to join as well to make sure that communication is very, very clear. When we go to court, we help to advocate and support you with changing from from ASL into English. Also, I want to add that we also help you fill out a victim's impact statement as well, not just police reports. But a lot of people who aren't comfortable writing English, you can sign it and we can help you to translate that into English. We have laptops, we have mobile phones ready to use VRI if needed. You know, if you can't get a live interpreter, we will bring our laptop and have VRI services there for you to help communication between the victim, us, and whoever the provider is, the police or a court. We are always ready with communication access. We are ready to go. We can use our laptop, our mobile phones anytime. We don't ever have any doubt that that won't be there. And also we can call on a legal interpreter through VRI. We have had very, very positive experiences using VRI with legal interpreters. It's really worked out really well. I know that many people prefer a live interpreter, but you need to remember that there is a shortage of interpreters, and so we have to do the best of what we can to make it work. Sometimes we can provide training for different state agencies or service providers, teaching them how to get an interpreter. Sometimes people need a deaf interpreter as well, and people just don't know how to do that. So we can teach them how to fill out the form to request an interpreter. And also we support victims. We can fill out victim compensation paperwork. That form is only if you're a victim of a violent crime. You know, and if you are accepted, then they will support you with medical expenses, moving expenses, counseling. And if you missed work because of an interpreter, because of a crime that happened to you, we can give you victims compensation for that. If you want to apply for that, you must file a criminal report. Also, you have to save all of your receipts, every paper related to court, and you need to save all of that. And we need to impress on you to please save all of that documentation so we could send that in to get your money back. Something else that's really very important is crimes need to be reported in a quick manner. You know, you want to make sure that the case is strong enough and not let too much time pass. So it also depends on the crime, if it's domestic violence, if it's sexual abuse, if it's child abuse. There's really no limit of when to report. You have about 19 to 20 years to do so. But we always encourage people to report as soon as possible to provide evidence, to make the case strong, to go to trial. And it's very important, I like to impress upon people to please document everything. Write when, where, what time it happened, exactly what happened. Keep those notes. And all the document that you have, your case will become stronger. And the judge really likes to see what's on paper as documentation, you know, and of course they want to hear from you as well. You know, this legal system can be very complicated and people can be lost inside the system. And it can be a very frustrating process. So we are there because we understand the process, we know what it looks like, and we will work with your lawyer if you need to file some paperwork, and we want to make sure that you have an interpreter for all of your court proceedings. And so we will provide support all the way through your case in court. I do want to add, she's right, court can be very complicated. And so there's a lot of terminology that is used in the court system. And also I want to add that often the victim thinks they're going to win. Oh, it'll be easy. But understand that the legal system is really for the defense. So, of course, we want justice, but it's not always going to go your way. So it really depends on how strong your case is, what kind of legal representation you have. A lot of different factors are in that. But we've had that experiences. We've had successful cases where victims have won the case. And that's what they wanted. So it's very, very important for you to understand that whether you win or lose is not clear in the beginning. But it's important that you have the right attitude and mindset to not give up. We will be on your side the whole way through the process until the very end. And depending on your case is open, we always keep your case open. Even though maybe court is over, we are still here for you. And if you need our help or support after your case in court is done, we're still here for you. Please don't wait to contact us. If you wait until your case becomes too complicated or too hard for us to help you navigate, we will be able to work to the best of our ability to clean things up. But sometimes it takes longer than you expect. When you first go to court seeking justice, sometimes you won't find it there. Sometimes it will. It depends on the case, it depends on the judge, as Bonnie has mentioned. So if you have police involved, please call us quickly, and we would be able to support you in the next steps. But if you wait and things become too complicated, it'll be harder. If you call us quickly, we can make sure you get an interpreter in court the first time, not having to wait until the second and third time in court to get an interpreter. We are very fortunate that we have direct contact to the ADA and in the court system. So we directly contact them and we tell them we have a victim who's deaf or hard of hearing, and they set about looking for an interpreter, and then that interpreter is ready and shows up in court when they're available. We are very lucky to have that connection with the court system here in Rhode Island. We've had positive experiences so far. You know, and I know it's been a hard time with COVID. There's been a lot of extra challenges, but you know, maybe your case has been drawn out because of COVID, but the courts are still closed. They're going to be opening for things, restraining orders, bail hearings, and arraignments. And that is all those three things they're ready for right now. But hopefully soon, the courts will open again, full time, maybe in October or November. We're not sure of an exact date yet. Which means your case, you know, might get moved around a little bit. So many cases are falling behind and backlogged now. But we do need to practice patience. When you practice patience, good fortune will happen to you. Think positive. We are available Monday through Friday from 7 to 5. You can contact us anytime between those hours, and we will always call you back within 24 hours. We're available by video, by email, by text, and we would be happy to video with you. I also want to mention that when you call us, please leave a message so we know who you are and we can call you back. Don't just tell us your whole story. Tell us that you need services and you're curious about our program. That's fine. Just leave a brief message and we will call you back. Thank you. Thank you.